with Cologne and Villaplana. I want to talk to you today about certificate of occupancies, also known as COs. It comes up a lot for me, and especially within New York City or within Yonkers, where the property was built prior to the need for a CO. So in the early 1900s, for instance, in New York City, prior to 1938, there were no COs that were issued for properties. So what does that mean? That means a lot of times when you're purchasing let's say a 2-family or a 3-family, you'll look on Department of Buildings website. You'll see, hey, this property is a 3-family. It may or may not be. The property is being taxed because the city says, hey, you're utilizing it as a 3, I want my money for that. So just because it's being taxed and has no violations for being a 3, it could be a 2. Now in New York City, you have what's called a letter of no objection. A buyer can ask the seller to get a letter of no objection, meaning the city will write a letter saying we have no objection to this property being used as a 3-family. But that seller runs the risk if the city, when doing their research, says the property looks like it was built as a 2. If you don't have any other evidence, we're not giving you this letter of no objection. And in essence, that's recorded, and now you have pretty much a 2-family on record. My advice to clients that I represent that are sellers, unless you're 100% sure you want to take that risk, which most likely you shouldn't, sell it as a 3-family. Specifically, do not allow the buyer to get a letter of no objection. Have this worked out beforehand. Hey, it's being used as a 3-family for all these years. It predates the need for a CO, so a bank is going to give you the loan as a buyer, or give your buyer the loan. You can utilize it because, as a 3-family, the city has not had a prior issue. When I represent buyers, I typically let them know we can't tell what originally built at. It's being utilized as a 3. It's been utilized as a 3. Maybe it was utilized as a 3 for 30 years. If it's been utilized as a 3 for 30 years, would I feel comfortable as a buyer buying it as a 3-family? Most likely. But I will let my buyer know that if there was a letter of no objection applied for, even after they purchase, or if they're going to do it and they're going to sell now and their buyer wants them to do that, it may get denied. So I let my buyers and my sellers know, for my sellers more importantly, I don't advise you applying for a letter of no objection. As a buyer, if you're going to purchase it like that, you're going to have to sell it the same way you purchased it. So just know that. More importantly, in Yonkers, for instance, Yonkers does not even give out a letter of no objection. So if you're purchasing a multifamily that predates the requirement in Yonkers, then you're either purchasing it like that or you're going to require a new CO. They will not give you a letter of no objection. I hope I didn't throw anyone off. I hope that makes a lot of sense. And this pretty much goes all over the state. If you're purchasing a property that was built before the need of a CO, you can buy it, you can get a loan for it, but you may not know how it was originally built and if it was built as it's being sold. So just keep that in mind. Any questions, please call me. Hope you're enjoying the videos that you've watched today. They're not meant to be a substitution for speaking with your legal professional, but just an educational tool. Thank you.